If you've been trying to figure out how to set up an AI agent to make outbound calls for you and follow up with your leads, well, there's a very easy way to do it without having to use any complicated automations or workflows or all these different tools. I'm going to show you how incredibly easy it is using something called FastResponse. Let's get right into it. We can just make a free account. It doesn't cost anything to get started and test this out. The first thing you want to do is you want to create your inbound agent. Now, usually you'll be prompted by a setup wizard to do this. For the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to take a random, let's take a random real estate brokerage. You'll be prompted by your setup wizard, paste your company website link, and you're going to scrape the website. This is going to basically create your agent from you using all the information on your website, and this is going to do most of the heavy lifting. Once we have this ready, it's extracting the info, and now so we have location, we have business name, we have description. If we hit next, we can choose all the different functions that we want. So we can just go ahead and select all of them. Call transfer, block spam, gather info, book appointments to the calendar. And as you can see, it also generates FAQs as well. So it really does thoroughly go through the website and actually get the information. This isn't just some generic template that we're pasting. This thing is actually customizing the agent based off your website. So once we're done, we can just go ahead and save. So once that's ready, we're gonna go to outbound campaigns. We're gonna create our first list. So we'll just go ahead and give it a name. We'll just call it a test, right? Test one, create the list, and we can view it. And it's gonna be empty first, but we wanna go ahead and click on mass phone calls. And as you can see, it has the same information that we used to create our inbound agent. It already has it synced up. So we don't have to recreate everything again. Here we can actually customize the first message that we wanna use. We can choose the voice that we wanna use. We can decide if we wanna have background noise. You can make your agent sound like it's in an office, but I prefer to keep it off. And we can choose, do we want to have the assistant speak first as soon as the person answers, or do we want to wait for them to pick up the phone? Normally I like to, wait for the user to speak. Usually they'll answer and be like, hello, who's this, right? And then the agent's going to kick off. We can also choose if we want to leave voicemails. You can have the AI leave a voicemail and you can give it whatever message you want. Or what I think is really cool is you can do a pre-recorded voicemail. So literally right here, we can just record the voicemail that we want to leave if the person doesn't answer, and it'll be your own voice. You can be like, hey, I tried calling you, not sure if I have the right person, but if you're the property owner, just go ahead and give me a call back at this number, right? So you can go ahead and leave your own voice message. And here you can give the agent additional instructions if needed. You can have it follow a specific script. You can give it all kinds of details. Now we'll quickly look at the basic functions that we have. The first one is answer questions, right? This is the FAQ that was generated from the actual website. It went ahead and basically listed all of them out. So now the agent is already preloaded with your FAQs. If you need to give it additional knowledge, you can upload your own files into the knowledge base right here. Now when we go to gather info, the next function here, this is where we can essentially give it the order of questions that we wanted to ask the prospect. You can also have the option to have your agent text a link. So you can also choose when you want the text to go out. So you can say, when the customer wants more company info, right? Then you can have the AI literally text them a link to your company website or whatever it is that you want. And then here you can choose the response. You can say, yeah, I just sent you the text. And of course, we can have live call transfers, and you can add multiple different numbers. So if someone is interested, maybe you can have it transfer to one of your team members. If you have multiple team members, you can also add multiple phone numbers. And then finally, we have our book appointments feature right here. This is really easy. You can basically connect your Gmail calendar or your Outlook calendar. You literally just click on the connect button. It's going to ask you to log in for authorization. And then now the AI can basically see your calendar availability, and it can actually create calendar events right on your calendar. And you can even choose right here how long you want the appointments to be. Do you want to allow the weekends? You want to allow same-day appointments, right? What should the hours be of availability? So you can customize all that right here in your calendar settings. And then finally over here, you can choose the call schedule. So you can choose what days you want to make these outbound calls, and you can choose what time. So let's just say I want to do it between 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And I want this to be in Pacific Standard Time. And let's say we want to start the calling Monday on February 9th. We want to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll be calling for those 5 days between 12 to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now here you can choose how many times you want to redial someone if they don't answer. So let's say they don't answer. We want to only dial them once a day. But if they don't answer, we're going to wait 24 hours. So that would be 1,440 minutes. So 24 hours later, it'll call them again. And this will kind of just continuously go on until the person answers. Once you're done with that, you can save your configuration. And now finally, this is where you can upload your CSV file or your Excel sheet that has all your contacts. So you can have thousands and thousands of contacts. You can just click upload, drop your list right in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just upload myself as a lead. And all I put for myself is my name, my phone, and a placeholder address. So once you've imported your sheets, if you go back up to the assistant configuration, you'll see that now you have dynamic variables which your AI can use. So this way your AI can say the first name of the lead. It can say what address they have. Whatever variables are in your sheet, you can have the AI directly reference that. So we just click on the variable right here, it copies it, and then we can just paste it right here. So now the AI, when it calls me, it's gonna say, hello, Ari, right? And I also wanted to, mention the address that I'm at. So we'll go ahead and click on column address and put that here. So now it has dynamic variables. So we'll go ahead and basically right click our phone and we're gonna have it call my number. And I'll show you what this sounds like. Now, one important thing, if you're gonna do a test call like this, you need to make sure that your calling window is currently active, right? So if right now it's 3 p.m. and my thing ends at 2 p.m., it's not gonna make the call. It's gonna wait until the next available window. So what I'll do, we'll just extend it much later so I can properly make a test call and there won't be any issues. So just a heads up on that.
Hello?
Hello, Ari. Do you still live at 123 Main Street?
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Lambert Investments, Inc., LA's top boutique real estate company. Are you interested in buying, selling, or managing a property in Southern California?
How did you get my number?
We reach out to local property owners and potential clients in the area to offer our real estate services. If you'd prefer not to be contacted, just let me know.
Now look, that was literally a first draft. We pasted the website link. It created a basic agent. I didn't even actually do any customizations or edits. I selected the basic functions. And so not bad for a first draft that took like 1 minute to make. You can always change it and edit it however you like. You can customize it to match your brand tone, your personality, all kinds of stuff. And if you want to listen to your call recordings, it's all saved right here in the columns, right? You can right click, you can listen to the recording. You can see the date and the time that it happened, how long the call was. You can right click and view the whole transcript as well. So you're not missing out on any details. You can view call summaries, which are also pretty detailed and accurate. Let's say you have a ton of calls here. You can easily filter them out by outcome, by duration, by date. So this way you can easily reference, the successful calls versus the failed calls. You can eventually export all of your call logs so that you can later on analyze it with something like ChatGPT to really figure out where are the bottlenecks, where is the agent failing, where is it doing well. You get all the data, you get all the analysis. This way you can continually optimize your campaigns. So we're just scratching the surface here. I wanted to show you how easy it is to do this. And this way you can start automating your outreach so that you save time, you can book more appointments. And honestly, this doesn't even cost anything to get started. I hope this was valuable for you. Go ahead, try it out for free, and let us know in the comments what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.